Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka-amahara-ni kamuzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamu koto mochite Sumemi oya kamu isanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no gimuka no tachi hana no odo no awagi hara ni misogi hara itamo utoki ni narimaseru. Araido no okami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yaoyoro suno kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fuchi koma no mimi furitatete. Kikoshi meseto. Kashikomi kashikomi mo maozu. Miroku o mikami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kom nagara tamachi hae mase. Kom nagara tamachi hae mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Thank you, God and Meishu-sama. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Faith. Even in this dark world, let us live with peace of mind, knowing that we are guided by the eternal light of God. While on earth, let us have true faith in God, quietly doing all that we can without fanfare for the welfare of others. In our search for truth, we may read thousands of books, but unless we have faith within, all our seeking ends in failure and illusion. That was Nidai-sama's poem. Continue with the teachings. Our goal is to create paradise on earth, but that has to begin on a smaller scale with the creation of paradise in our homes and families. For that to occur, paradise must first reside in our hearts. And having paradise in one's heart means there can be no suffering in one's mind. Impatience is a form of suffering, as is agonizing over plans that have not worked out. We must rise above suffering. The best way to negate suffering is through gratitude. In this way, paradise will reign within one's own mind. The past age has been referred to as the age of night, the age of hell. Even those with firm faith in God could not totally rid themselves of the sufferings of hell. However, the age of night is finally ending. We are about to enter the daylight age. In our organization, we'll play a leading role in creating paradise on earth. Therefore, as I said earlier, be careful not to foster suffering within your own mind, but rather create paradise within yourself. Thank you all very much. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to thank you all for attending this service, praying with me for the salvation of humanity, praying for all those who are going through so much purifications today, praying for those people in Afghanistan, praying for those people in Haiti, still going through so much, and also those who are here in the north area that suffer with the flood, and still praying for those who are going through with the COVID-19 and many other people that are going through so many other kinds of sufferings. We pray for all of them, but especially we pray with gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for all the blessings we have been receiving in our daily lives. So let's always remember to be grateful for being alive, to have our health, to have our families, to have our shelter. Today, so many people still worry about how they are going to pay their rent. So we pray for those who are going through these financial difficulties here in the United States of America. But another 5 minutes of studying Meishu-sama's teaching. I just need your little patience for now. So continue the study. Today we talked about faith and continue with the same message. Meishu-sama talks in another teachings that through faith should lead to serenity of mind. We have to, once we have faith in God, we begin to live peacefully in a life of happiness and joy. When we reach that state of happiness and joy, we perceive the love of God in the sun. When we look at the sun, when we look at the moon, the stars, the beauty of nature, the songs of birds, and the perfection of flowers. We recognize God's caring in the abundance with which our every need is supplied, such as food, clothes, shelter, and for which we express our gratitude, our appreciation. We sense our unity and our oneness with all life, not only with people, but with nature, with the plants, with animals, all the animal life, all about us. This is a spiritual joy. This is actually a spiritual ecstasy. The Meishu-sama says that after we do our best in any situation, in that calm and tranquil and happy state of mind, we must have perfect trust in God. And Meishu-sama says, he shared about himself saying, Meishu-sama says, when I am faced with a difficult situation, with the difficult problems that seems to defy a solution, despite my best efforts, I turn to God for help and guidance. And I release my problems to his wisdom and wait, trusting that the answer will present itself. I can say from experience, Meishu-sama says that even if a possibility looks dark in the beginning, the result is always better than anticipated. God blesses me beyond my dreams in his own ways through his wisdom. Now, that part is interesting. After he places everything in God's hands, he says, God blesses me beyond my dreams in his own ways. That means God knows exactly what we need. In his own way, he will send his blessings. Sometimes we are expecting that specific blessing that we think that is what matters to us. That is what is really important. I need Meishu-sama. God, please give me that blessing. And maybe there will be something else, even better than what you are asking. That's for sure, because he knows exactly what we need. It is indeed wonderful. By placing my trust in God, my life has been richly blessed with his miracles. And that's all we all wanted, to live with miracles in our lives. And for that, we needed to begin to work on our spiritual growth, our spiritual raising up our spiritual level. And for that to happen, we need to begin to work with our ancestors. That's why this week, it's very important to begin prepare for our annual ancestral memorial service. It's a very important service. That will happen this Sunday, September 5th. In that day, we will place the name of all our ancestors that comes to our mind and our hearts, all of them. And we will put those names in the altar. You that cannot be here, that doesn't know how to put your ancestors' names in the altar, please send me those names. You can text me, you can email, you can find a way to send those names. Just write down. And I would like to give you ask you something very important. Remember, the 4 family lines, the 4 last names of your family, they are very important. You're here and I am here because of my father's fathers and my mother's fathers and my father's mothers and my mother's mothers. So you have those 4 last names. You place those names first thing. Your father's father's last name. Your mother's father's last name. and your father's mother's last name, and your mother's mother's last name, and then all those ancestors that has those last names, you put them on that paper, on that email, on that message, and you send it, and I'll print them, and I will place in the altar. I will be sending you, though, a special form so that you can write it down. But while you don't receive it, you can already begin preparing, and you can already begin sending it. And I will make a copy and I will put it in the altar so that we begin to pray for them. And believe me, as they are remembered by you, they are very happy. And that happiness that they feel will begin to touch your heart. And you, for out of nothing, you begin to feel some joy and happiness. And you don't even know why. It's because they are happy and they are reflecting. Their happiness reflects on your heart, on you. They really feel happiness. And guess what? When you feel that happiness inside in your heart, good ideas, good chances, and people come to you. You begin to feel connected, attracting joy and people and everything to you. But we must take care of our roots. And our roots are our ancestors. So that's why annual ancestral memorial service is right in the corner right now, this coming Sunday. And please, here, if you are able to be here and attend this service in person, please be here because it's even stronger, the light that you receive that can also share with all of you at home that cannot be here. So the more people we have praying in front of this altar in person is even better. And the more people outside here online pray is wonderful. I'll be here for you. Just send me a message. Any questions, please let me know. I'd like to thank you all very much for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow at our morning service. Thank you all very much, and have a good evening. And this brings to a conclusion of our evening service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a blessed evening. Thank you.